Come on. Oops. How about monitor 1? Alright. Okay. So, you didn't open properly. Wonderful. Okay. Alright. We're loading in at New Babbage. People said they wanted to see this in VR. This is going to be a joke. Being I can only get 25 frames per second on the monitor, I'm sure it's going to be god awful. But we'll do it. Just so everybody can see that this is probably not the place you want to be in VR. So we'll load in. I flew out here on the flat top. So we shall do it. But it's not going to be pretty, I'm sure. I will say that the whatever Star Citizen and CIG fucked up in the mobile glass and VR, it is now fixed and you can run the game in geometry mode and use your mobile glass again. Um, so, but I would think that until they get it optimized to run frame rates again, like it does in 3.82, probably shouldn't do it. Okay, now where are we at? We should be, now we're not where we're supposed to be because somebody didn't switch it over to the PTU. So what we're going to have to do is exit the game and reload it and go to PTU. Okay, now we got to load it again. Let's see, we'll probably get a bad token now until we close the box. We'll see. Say whoops. We did just load into the PU, not the PTU. So we're reloading. Sorry about that. I know everybody likes to spend time in loading screens. Just so exciting. I should have noticed before I ever loaded into the game because the load-in screen's different, but I just wasn't. Now we're back up. Okay, here we go. See if we get a bad token here. Probably going to make me close the launcher and reopen it. Nope, guess not. Son of a gun. Normally it does. When I load into one, it usually wants me to close it out, reload it. Okay, now this time we should load into New Babbage. Because I'm actually on the right set of servers this time. We shall see. Definitely takes longer to load into New Babbage. We'll eventually get there. Maybe. No guarantees. Alright, we're in New Babbage. As you can see, we got all our pretty things up. All we have to do is move. Alright, now I will say one thing. In VR, it is really, really nice. I will admit. Really looks classy. When anybody wants to play this game on a monitor is beyond me. Okay, now I'm not very good at getting around here because this is only the second time I've been here, so I'm good and lost. And frame rates really don't seem all that bad. And if you really want pretties, I could throw it up in geometry, but I'm afraid it would give me a headache, frame rate hit. Although where I'm standing right now, as really not that bad. Whoops. That is the exit. We'll call the elevator. Okay, let's close comms. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
Turn on voice attack. I have done silly things like that. Alright, we want to go. Where do we want to go here? Where do we want to go? We want to go. Oh, come on. Lobby. Lobby. That's where we want to go. Alright, we are in the lobby. At the nest. This is where the birds are. Yes, frame rates aren't great. I have played with worse though. Alright. Brentworth Care Center. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. That goes down to the Metro Loop. A lot of lounge areas. Elevators, I'm sure. Yeah, no, not yet. I will say that in all this, what is Star Citizen at the moment, this is... Well, we could go out the Commons, but I don't know. You guys want to walk around? I guess we can walk around since I can get back to where I'm at. If I can. Like I say, this is most attractive area in Star Citizen right now. At least it doesn't have dirt everywhere.
Careful, doors are now closing.
That Chris Roberts loves. He's a big dirt lover. He loves smog and dirty air. But we don't have dirty air, we have snowstorms. There's a lot of hitching in the game now. I mean, I don't know if you remember back in, I don't know when it was, but we had a lot of, they were calling them lag spikes. I don't know what they were, but it does it again now quite often. It'll hitch. Like I say, it's very, very poorly optimized, which is typical Star Citizen.
Nearing next stop.
But, okay, here we go. We're at the Commons.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
I go this way. Like I say, frame rates are not good, and I notice it, and I don't get motion sickness, but I do notice the bad frame rates. So, I guess technically it is playable. As you can say, we have holographic butterflies and birdies and dragonflies. Purple seems to be the theme of New Babbage. Lots of purple. Alright, we'll go up the stairs. And this is where everybody runs around and does their exercising. So if you're feeling fat, this is where to go. Okay, now you want a sandwich, you can eat a sandwich. You can come up here and buy a sandwich. Yes, you can. Buy a sandwich. A lot of delay here. This is very badly implemented. Oops, you gotta take your, it's not gonna let me, because I got a sandwich in my hand, I guess. Gotta take your helmet off. Should still have my sandwich. And now we can eat it. Can't store it, and you can eventually get it to store. The trouble is even once you store a product, you cannot use it to see it. We ate it in one bite. See, that's the way it is. And you can drink too. I mean, don't think you can't. Here we go. We'll take a drink. We'll buy a drink of whatever this is. Everything's delayed, so it's not all that well done, and it'll have more than one drink in it, of course, and you can drink it all down if that's what you want to do. It's just really kind of, yeah, it's very poorly implemented as far as I'm concerned. Alright, we got a trash can here. I don't really need. There are trash cans around here, or you can just throw the shit on the floor. Or you can place it on somebody's table and not worry about it because, yeah. But I'm not looking for a trash can, so we'll place it on the table, and there you have it. Now you're all hydrated. Trouble is, you can't store it, and if you do get it stored, I found I could store water, drinks in my storage area. The trouble is I can't take them out to use them, so it's stupid to buy it. You can only buy one item at a time. You cannot buy a 6-pack of water. They don't allow you to do that. Like I say, typical Star Citizen. They put something in the game that's very, very badly designed, very badly implemented. And most of the places, some places only sell water, some places that sell both, but really it's just a pain in the ass because they didn't actually give us the ability to do this. And like I say, I'm not impressed. It's more of a pain in the ass. Now this area is, you know what, you can buy a hamburger here. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? This whole area here is pretty much just a waste. Yeah, you can buy a hamburger. You can sit over here and listen to music if you want to. I just don't really see the purpose of all this crap at this time, because once again, design and implementation is very poor. But they'll tell you, oh, that's tier 0. It seems to me that if I'm going to design something, I'm going to design it right the first time and not have to keep doing it for 2 years to get it in the game. But that's Star Citizen's way. We do tier 0, which is just a joke. And then we claim that that's something new to work on when we'd have plenty of time. So I don't know. I don't understand their design methodology. I would think most people do things right the first time, and then they don't have to keep doing them over and over again. But Star Citizen likes to do things over and over again. Here's a rich people's shop back here if you want to use their stylish clothes. I really don't see where all this is so cool, but I don't know. What do I know? I think Chris Roberts wants to play Sims in space. He doesn't really want the best damn space game ever. He just wants to he wants you to change clothes constantly. I don't get all this. I just don't get it. I would think he's worried about changing clothes and there's no game loops. It just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. I guess it's pretty wonderful. So instead of giving you a game loop and stuff to do, he gives you clothes to change, to go buy and change clothes all the time. And to remember, once you take your helmet off, you need to remember to put it back on because you'll walk into an airlock and it'll kill you. Now, I will say that for VR, although it won't do everything you need it to do, this is controlled by my head tracking. As you can see, it works. This menu works very good in VR, regardless. Um, and I have water bottle there. See, two of them. Well, I can't actually take them out of my inventory and use them. If I take it out, it disappears. Doesn't even wind up on the ground where I can pick it up. So there you have it. But you can get it in your inventory for all the good it does. And you can do actions, item actions, weapon selection, mobile glass. I can turn my headlight on. I can unequip my helmet. Like I said, I have nothing against this. And you can use your emotes here. See, we can do a bow. We can do a burp. Now that's an animation that I'm sure glad they put in the game because that's really exciting. And like I say, for in VR, this menu really does a good job. This is probably the only thing they've added in this patch that I really think was worth adding. Alright, so there you have it. You just got to keep backing up to exit, but it does work really good in VR. I was hoping it would have things on like it enter your ship, get in your cockpit and stuff, so we wouldn't have to chase all these icons and wherever they decided to put everything, and it'd be in the same place, but they didn't add those functions. I guess that was too difficult for them. I don't know. But those are the functions that I'd want, because every time you do something, you've got to chase the son of a bitch all over your screen because every ship is in a different place. Alright, but that's just the way it is. Now we want to, oh, this is where yeah, wrong elevator set. This takes you to the surface. We don't want to go there. We want to go back to the commons. That's surface elevators. Now you go up there and you can actually spawn a ground craft. You can't spawn your spaceship there, but you can spawn your rovers and stuff if you want to do those things. There's another food court. Like I say, there's plenty of food here, but there's not food on the R&R stations. They're not very, yeah. I went around yesterday and found water, and Levski has water, no food. CRUL5 has water, no food. Like I say, it's, yeah, some places have both. Space stations around Lorville, Microtech, they have both. A lot of the rest stations, though, some of them don't have food items. They do have, they will have water. They say you can't buy it and store it. You can only buy one at a time. Such is life. Let's see, where's this one? Spaceport. This is where we want to go.
The station momentarily.
Okay, we're getting you. Now we'll go out to Spaceport.
Careful, doors are now closing.
These trams seem to run better than Lorville's. Much fancier. Once again, clean. Don't have to look at all the damn dirt flying around. Atmosphere's clean, but outside it's Microtech. Just pretty much always a snowstorm. I'm not impressed with the moons. There are no landing bases at the moon. There are some places there, but you will not find a landing pad. So except for Microtech and Tressler, there is no place to refuel your ship out here. So you got to pay attention to what you're doing, because it will run you out of fuel because you cannot refuel it anywhere. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I wouldn't mind out here for that reason. I could care less. You know, I'm not going to come out here and then stop my mining short because I use too much fuel.
Stop.
Like I say, I don't understand their line of reasoning. At least one base on every moon, you would think. And though they might have a place on the moon, there will be no landing pad, so you cannot refuel, repair, or rearm. So, yeah, I just...
The capsule will be leaving the station.
And they'll probably say, well, it's tier 0, but you know what? Like I say, do it right the first time, and everybody's happy. but I'm sure in the future they'll add it. But in the meantime, this you won't use it. I have no idea why anybody would want to come here. There's nothing here that's not everywhere else, and a lot easier to access other places. So I don't know. Like I say, I have a tendency to stay away from most places because they're just not worth the hassle. Okay, we want to go to the terminal. We're at the metro loop. But frame rates in VR is not as bad as I thought they would be. I haven't tried this for the time I tried it in VR, so I'm pleasantly surprised it is playable. I do notice the lower frame rates, but as I said, I'm not one who gets sick. My headset it's enough frame rates that my headset is running at 80, 82. So that's a big thing. Now, if my headset wasn't running at 82, I would be getting a headache right now. But it is. Alright, now we gotta go up to where we spawn the shippies. But you'll notice a lot of stuttering in this game now. Stutters are back. They're not very, but that's typical Star Citizen on a new patch. They'll eventually do some back end patches, I'm sure. Commercial flights, not what we want. Surface entrance, once again, you can go up there on a surface, and I guess we can go up there. I've got medium armor on. You have to worry about where you're outside your ship now because we do have temperature, hypothermia, and all that stuff's in the game now, so you have to pay attention. So if you go out here and you have light armor on or just your flight suit, you're not going to last long, but you will. I mean, it's not like you can't. The better the armor, the better the protection it has. I think I got medium armor, and it'll increase the time I can spend up. Of course, heavy armor is the best. Okay, let's go up. That's the garage. Here's where we spawn. As you can see, you can spawn your ground ships. There is no, pretty sure you can't spawn anything. I won't have anything because I have no rover. And then we'll just go on upside here. Minimize exposure time. And it's snowing. High risk. This, that, and the other thing. See, it's telling you, make sure you got your shit on. You ain't got your shit on, you will die. And it'll tell you how long. See, I can stay out here with the equipment I have 1 hour and 50. Oh, wow, it's saying I can only stay out here for a minute? Come on. And yes, and you'll notice that our visors have snow shit on them. Well, the cockpits in the ship now do. They also have reflections off the glass, which is really just trashy. Especially in the Prospector, which has a big glass canopy. It's pretty much a pain in the ass. 38.5, my suit should be good for that. Bubble glass, and you can check your rating of your suit. Bubble glass. Bubble glass, why aren't you working? Bubble glass. There we
Open
go.
moby
Oh,
glass.
don't know what the hell. Lag spike. But it will say what the rating is. As we can see, Arctic Core, we're good for minus 61 to positive 91 Celsius. So I'm well within what this area is, so my suit will protect me. However, there are lighter stuff like this one, you'll notice is very, very much lower. Or this is the backpack. Well, sorry about that, but here's light armor, and you'll notice that it has no protection. See the difference? And now you have heavy armor, which is even more protection. So that's the way it is. You got to watch your armor. I'm not going to change armor. I'm not going to key it. That's why I'm not getting a warning. My suit is good for being out here. Not going to get me in trouble, but if you don't have the proper equipment on, it will kill you. And here's where you drive out your vehicle when it spawns. So, but yeah, 36 degrees below Celsius is well within the suit's parameters. So I will live. And I can see my visor doesn't quite go to the top of the screen. See that? Don't know how that working. But there you have it. But your survival rating, except everything's icing up. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
As you see, my suit is getting all frosted up. See that? Isn't that neat? Wow. What we needed in this game. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
I will also say that the weapon bug, as long as you use the radio menu to change weapons, you will no longer lose your weapons. Change view.
Roger that.
They work. Like I say, I don't know how they figure that we can't be able to see. That we have no heated helmet, I guess, so it ices up. Like I say, everything in this game is so poorly implemented. It's like they don't think about the obvious. Okay, so you added icing up suits on the outside. But you would think a helmet would be heated, so it would melt. But not in Star Citizen because, that would make sense. Okay, there we go. We went outside and we got all iced up and it showed you how that works. Like I say, just don't, like I say, poorly implemented features. It's not that they're in there that's bad, it's in there that they're in there in such a sloppy way that it's just a pain in the ass. Okay, we'll go back down to the terminal. Like I say, I just don't understand how they do things. Instead of doing it right the first time, they'll got to play their little tier games, and we'll have tier 0, tier 1, tier 2. Wouldn't it have been easier just to put it in, helmets icing up where you can't see out of them? Wouldn't it have a heater in the faceplate where it didn't do that? I mean, that's just common sense, isn't it? Why wouldn't they have that to begin with? Oh no, we'll add it in tier 5. In the meantime, you got to put up with our bullshit. Like I say, typical Star Citizen shit. Just don't think about when they implement something. So they got bad design. Ship rentals, you can rent ships here if you want to, and then we'll go over to the hangars. Let's go down to the hangars. We'll get out of here. Like I say, I really question their smarts. I mean, doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I don't want to go terminal. What the hell do I want? I can't spawn ships up here. I'm positive I can't. Let's see what we have available here. Huh. I've only spawned out of here one time. I did not see ship panels, spawn panels. So what good is it going to do if we can't find spawn panels? That's the metro loop. Hangar doesn't do me any good if I can't spawn. Oh, gee, duh. So they got 3 panels in this whole place. Okay, well, such is life. Such is life. We do have the ability to store our ships after we land now, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that. Helps other people out if we take the time to do it. Opens the pads up before they'll be spawn, before they despawn. So I think that's a good deal. And then we gotta go to hangar 10 here, right? Yeah. They're proud of their new rolling buttons. That was worth waiting 3 years for. Yeah, very exciting stuff. Okay. Okay. Hangars are maybe a little bigger than Lorville. I had no trouble landing this ship here, as you can see. Quite a bit of clearance. I brought this one specifically for that reason. I want to see how tight a fit the hangars were. So for this size ship, I didn't have, it's, you know, as you can see, it's plenty big, the hangars are. So it's no issue landing. You know how Lorville is, you got to squeeze them in there. So the hangars here are better than they are elsewhere. Just a little bit bigger, not much, but enough that makes it easier. Like I say, they got the moons in the game, but there's nothing on them. I mean, you can't refuel, you can't rearm. I suppose you could mine on them if you want to, yeah, like I say, it's just not a real big thing. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Open the door. Door is open. Close mobile glass.
You are clear to launch.
Close mobile glass.
Closing mobile glass.
Start up.
Acknowledged.
That's why I open the doors first. It takes a while to get them open. And ship's got to charge up anyway. Doors are open. Takeoff.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
And as you can see, typical microtech planet covered with snow. Visibility is always piss poor here for the most part. Occasionally you can get a clear day, but not very often. This is kind of off to the side. If you're coming here and you've never been to the spaceport, look for the lights. There are lights at this station that you can see from, I don't know, a little bit of distance, but you'll have to learn where it's at. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Took me a little bit to find the spaceport, and once you get close enough, you'll see the lights. You realize what the lights are. And we'll back out of here a little bit, and we'll shut down. Also, in the new build, this PTU, do not get out of your seat when you're hovering. Your ship will crash. It will not auto hover. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Like if I got out of my seat right now, this ship would crash. Now I may be able to get out if autopilot's on, I'm not sure. We'll turn around here so you can see the spaceport. Let's see the spaceport down there. If the lights do come on, but it's away from the city. I don't even know what directions means. We have no compass on these planets, so I can't even tell you what. But it is off the side. See, there's the main city out there, as you can see, and it's off the side. The trouble is, if you just think any place off the side is a spaceport, it's not. There are several areas like this that are not spaceports. This place does look different. Once you recognize it, you'll know the difference. But first time you'll probably hit 2, maybe 3 areas before you find the spaceport, unless you're lucky. And like I say, visibility is pretty typical right now on Microtech, although you can come in and it can be clear and it's a lot easier to find. One thing about Star Citizen, they do not want you to know what you're doing. They don't give you any tracking aids. There are no landing aids. There are no spaceport connection aids. You know, it's in the future, people get dumber. Cruise control. I don't know. Cruise control. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
You'll notice that there are desyncs. See that question mark up there? That's a ship. Why it doesn't register it for a while, I don't know. It says something's there, but it doesn't know what's there. That's probably desync issues. That happens everywhere now in Star Citizen, not just ships. It just happens that it knows something's there, but it has no idea what's there. Like I said, I'm sure that's probably desync issues. I have not run into a warning, don't get too close or nothing, but doesn't mean you can't. I haven't actually tried to fly down into the cities. See, there's another question mark just showed up. Like I say, it's microtech. Visibility normally sucks. That's the way Chris Robert likes to play it. He doesn't want you to be able to see. He wants you to be blind. And it wouldn't be a bad idea if they gave us aids, like like a normal plane has. They actually have aids to find airports and stuff in inclement weather. But in the future, every day that goes by, Chris Roberts gets dumber. That's the way I look at it. But there you have it. Like I say, if there are lengthy things, restrictions here, I haven't found them. I haven't looked for them. They may be there. Don't know. Star map. Star map.
Activating now.
Or something here. Something ain't right. Oh, I forgot to fuel up, so what we're gonna have to, damn, I meant to fuel. And I didn't. So we're gonna hopefully be able to get to Port Tressler and fuel up there. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiglass.
Hopefully. Range. Cruise control.
Collecting data. Affirmative.
Meant to fuel. And they claim they fixed fueling. Don't believe it. We're going to have trouble fueling up here. I'll probably have to respawn the ship, reclaim it. Jump. That's another lie. Patch note says they fixed it. Reality says no, they didn't. So, for what it's worth, don't expect the ports to work. Some of them may work. It's not that all of them don't work. It's just that I have found Alisar doesn't work still. Levski won't work unless you have a fresh spawn. I mean, that's... So no, they didn't fix it. Patch note says they did fix it. Reality says, no, we didn't. Still broke. Still have to work around not being able to fuel your ship, which pretty much means the only way to fix it when you get somewhere and you're low on fuel like I am, you pretty much got to claim it on insurance. Now, we might get lucky and it'll refuel here, but I bet it won't. Once again, doesn't matter whether you hover, you land, it just goes red, it stays red. Like I say, very disappointing. One of the major features, major things in the game they couldn't fix. They had all that extra time and claimed that they were going to fix it. But they didn't. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Looks like we may be upside down. I think this is the way. And then, yeah. Like I say, just disappointing. I was really hoping of all the things that bugs they would have fixed, refueling, rearming, would have been one they actually fixed. They claimed they fixed it, but they didn't. Major disappointment. It's really a game breaker as far as I'm concerned. Sucks the fun right out of things. Permission to land.
Approach protocols engaged.
Close bubble glass.
Please proceed to
Placing
assigned
Moby
landing
glass.
bay.
As soon as I find it. Why are we way down there? Always pulls me on the inside. Try to put me on the outside, which is easy. Just doesn't like me, I guess. Am I on this side? Looks like I might be on the other side. Down, boy. And no, I haven't been to prison, and no, I have no desire to go. That type of gameplay just doesn't do anything for me. I'm happy everybody thinks it's neat. I could care less. Like I say, I just don't have any desire to play a dick. So it's just not something that excites me. I don't want to be proud and go to prison, get tattoos, meet Bubba. All that stuff just doesn't do anything for me. But if you want to go to prison, you can. It's easy enough to get crime stats still. Just go hit a NPC in the jaw somewhere. You know? But no, I have no desire to go to prison. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Down and locked. Ba, ba, ba. And I'm still not used to flying this damn Andromeda. Just say it drifts quite a bit, and I play more in my smaller ships than I do in this thing. Change view.
Roger that.
So I do have a tendency to overcompensate. Okay, we're going to try the hover approach first. Bubble glass. Bubble.
Open Moby glass.
Holy shit, it's going to work. Last time I was here, it wouldn't work. And I'm going to do all three at a time. I'm tired of doing one at a time. We'll see if it works. See if it starts lighting up. And I have a cross-field drive in this, so it uses more QT fuel. But it's worth it because it gets across the system much quicker. You can hear it still fueling up, and it was pretty much empty. 400, I think it holds 3,000. Okay, it's full. Now we're going to go to, yep, now it's going to go to hydrogen fuel. Then it should repair. I don't see it flashing. Usually flashes. So it may or may not have repaired. Bubble glass.
Open Moby glass.
We'll check it out. It did repair. Close mobile glass. Close mobile glass. It's been
Closing
pretty
Moby glass.
persnickety day. Okay, now we have shit above our heads, so we got to be careful and not take off or nothing like that because we will kill ourselves. I have done that. Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Let's go on and get away from the station. But we did get a refuel, so that's something. That is something. Okay, let's run out. All the moons here pretty much. I went out to all of them yesterday. I didn't see any difference in them. Pretty much snow globes. Star map.
Activating now.
Yeah, everybody thinks pretty much a snow globe. So, let's see. We'll go out to Cleo. If it will. A lot of instructions here. See, it's not going to let me. Oh, come on. There it goes. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Don't know why we had two markers there for a minute. Range.
Collecting data.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, you have been forced to assign your landing zone to another
Jump.
customer.
You can go ahead and assign it, buddy.
Jumping.
We're gone. We're out of there. We're like a tree and leaving. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Okay, is this Cleo or Clio? Or Clip? Could be just Clip. Range.
Collecting
Like I
data.
say, there aren't much on these planets. I mean, there will be a couple research facilities and stuff, but there really isn't much on them. See, this place has one base. This is a research outpost. There are no landing pads here. You will not refuel and stuff. Jump. See, I went out here
Jumping.
and checked them out. All three of these moons out here are pretty much the same. No landing pads on any of them. There are some outposts here and there, maybe even a mining facility, but no place to refuel. So don't think you can come out here and save yourself. You can't. For whatever that's worth. I don't really care. Range.
Collecting data.
You know, you would think somewhere in the next 100 years they'd actually give us a navigation system where we didn't have to spool up our quantum drive and take off our HUD. Now, I would think that would just be common sense to do that, but no, if you want to use navigation beacons, you have to turn your HUD off and get rid of all your information. It's just stupidity as far as I'm concerned. Why they think that's good gameplay. I hear all kinds of excuses. Well, they're going to fix it. You know what? It's been years and years and years they haven't fixed it. I don't believe they're going to fix it. So. And the joysticks seem to drift in this patch for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they do. I've tried playing with the curves. The curves just don't seem to make any difference. Like I say, it's just not impressed with this build. Just unbelievable. But obviously CIG is incompetent. They can't do things right the first time. I'm not actually going to land. There's nothing here for me to land for. You may be able to buy something here. I don't know. I guess we could go in and check. There may be commodities here to buy. They do have a flashing orange light, which usually means there's a terminal. Lights.
Lights
Landing
on.
mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Normally you see a flashing orange. It usually means that they have a terminal of some sort of kiosk. Blue flashing light means you can spawn ground vehicles. There is no pad, like I say, there just isn't any. But we'll land over here and see if they actually do have a terminal. I don't know what they would sell. It's nothing I've looked up. Look like the ground's all that flat. Once again, we have a lot of shitty weather. Everything in Star Citizen has shitty weather. Change view. How
Roger
flat
that.
is the ground? Doesn't look too bad under there, does it? I mean, it's pretty unflat, but wow. Okay, well, let's see. It is very unflat. And this is why you need landing aids, because if you're going to make such things a pain in the goddamn ass, we need landing aids that we don't have to look. And I don't mind looking like some people do. I don't really care, but if you're going to have realistic gameplay, God, give us the tools to have realistic gameplay, will you? But you know what? One thing about Star Citizen, like I say, they cannot actually do something right the first time. They got to do 50 million tier 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. And then call themselves developers. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
Engines off.
Engines are powered down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
I mean, I don't think we have landing aids because they really just don't know how to program it. I think that's the thing. They just really don't know what they're doing. They claim they do, but they don't. They need somebody to hold their hand. It isn't Chris Roberts. Because he needs handheld more than anybody else. I see it's already raining inside my ship. Did you see that? I hadn't even got out of my ship and I had bugs. Alright, there has to be a terminal here. It says there's flashing orange. It's 36.5 degrees below zero. No, that's actually saying it's 36.5 degrees Celsius. Isn't that awful hot for my suit, inside my suit? I don't know what this tells me. Just don't know. Is that my internal suit temperature or is that my external suit temperature? I don't know. Well, we see we do have, this outpost does sell something. Let's see what it sells. I doubt if it sells anything that I want, but we'll check it out. We'll check out what's sold here. Might have something here. Stems, medical supplies, waste, and agricultural supplies. Yeah, I am really sure that as cold as this place is, they're growing plants. Yep, I'm sure they are. Yeah, so there you have it. I have no tendency to buy any. Don't care. Just don't care. But I can buy all the waste I want. Okay. And we do have a Cobble-X box out here, so obviously there's a Cobble-X mission. Anybody want to steal this guy's water, you can. You want to go to jail or you want to go to prison, you can hit him. You know, just go reach over the counter and bitch slap him. That'll get you put in prison. Okay. There you have it. Nice and windy out here. This isn't as bad as some, though. At least, like I say, they're really proud of their weather tech for whatever reason. Gotta turn it up all the way. But all three of these moons pretty much the same. No landing pads anywhere else. There are a base this side. This is the only base on this planet, on this moon. Some of them have 2 or 3. Whoops. How about let's get on it first before we... Oh, come on. They're going to be a pain in the ass. I just love these. I just love Star Citizen. I really do. I love it. Whoops. Almost jumped all the way off of it, didn't I? Yeah, I just love Star Citizen. Love it. All right. There we have it. And that's all the tour I'm giving of Microtech in a minute. Because you don't see anything different. Like I say, it'd be different if they were all different, but they're not. They're pretty much the same. Such is life. It's something we got to deal with. Engines on.
Engines online.
Warm them up. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Okay, I'm going to take this back out to Olisar and park it. Star map. Star map.
Activating now.
We are activating. And we can get there now that we have a full tank. See, takes quite a bit to go across the galaxy. The star system, I should say. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Get out of the atmosphere. And I have nothing against the food and water, it's just that it's very poorly implemented. The timing on it seems to take a pretty long time for you to start getting hungry, start getting thirsty, but now that they've added that, I'm sure they can't wait to add shits into the game, so everybody's got to take a shit. You notice they made sure that New Babbage had bathrooms. I'm sure they're going to want you to use them. Why we have to take a shit in a space game is beyond me. Like I say, they keep adding bullshit like that. People are just going to go elsewhere. Most people don't want to play Star Citizen to play Sims in space. Not the part that interests me. But I am sure that it's just a matter of time before you gotta pee and take a dump. Because Chris has this fixation on the stupidest stuff in a game. And he can claim it. Nobody else has it. Nobody else has shit in the game. That's what he'll claim. He'll claim he's better than this game or that game because you can take a shit in Star Citizen. Not only can you take one, you'll be forced to take one. That's a survival mechanic. Yep. Now you're going gonna make me fly all over this planet. Hopefully this... Oh, you goddamn stupid. Stupid. Stupid navigation system. Star map. I just get so fed up with this piece of crap. Star map. Star map.
Activating now.
I mean, if anybody... I don't see how anybody can be so goddamn stupid they can't make a navigation system. Star map. Star map. Why are you being a prick?
Activating now.
Range. You can do it manually.
Collecting data.
No problem. But the 25th century navigation system cannot do it by itself without you doing it manually. I mean, the simplest goddamn shit. It's not like you gotta be a rocket scientist or something. But these brilliant developers cannot even make a simple navigation system that works. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. Just beyond sad. Jump.
Jumping.
I mean, how hard could it possibly be? Star map.
Activating now.
But in Star Citizen, they can't do it. Like I say, they're really quite sad. Close Star map.
Affirmative.
Like I say, I'm just not impressed with their ability to do anything. See, I just did it manually, no problem. But this computer couldn't do it. They couldn't figure out how to set a path. Isn't that brilliant? Cruise control. Range.
Affirmative.
And this
Collecting
happens
data.
everywhere. This is not like this is a rare occurrence. This is typical the way it works. You have to do it by yourself because it won't do it. It can't do it. It's not smart enough. Jump.
Jumping.
Very, very crappy navigation system. Like I say, I'm a firm believer, if you're going to do something, do it right the first time. But they've known this is like this for 5, 6 years, 7 years. They've known this ever since they had this shit in the PU. It's never worked. It never will work because they just, they're worried about you taking the shit in the game. That's what they're worried about. Before they put food and water in here that's very piss poorly designed and implemented, they should have fixed this. They're going to have to fix it sooner or later. But yet, food and water and a piss poor implementation was more important to them than fix core items that are bad. I just don't, and they claim it's progress. No, it's not. You're just putting bugs on top of bugs on top of bugs. It's not progress. Oh, well, we'll wait until just before release, then we'll go clean the bugs up. You're a lying sack of shit. How many games said that? And they all release their games with thousands of bugs, and most of them rely on the people who buy the game to fix the bugs. Bethesda's a real, real good show of that. And no doubt Star Citizen will be the same way. We really get tired. We get tired of publishers lying to us, and now we get tired of developers lying to us, because all you people are is a pack of fucking liars. And you think you're not? Well, you just got through writing patch notes that said you fixed the refuel, rearm stuff. Well, you didn't fix it. It still broke in most places. So that was just a lie. And I guarantee you knew it was still broke when you put that in the patch notes. Did you really think people wouldn't discover it still broke? Were you hoping they just that stupid and wouldn't notice? I don't know why. People just can't tell the truth. Is that telling me I'm using more power than I have? Why is that up so high? I don't understand. Don't understand. I'll see, not quit doing it. What the hell's the deal here? I don't understand what its problem is. Why was it red? Why was it giving me a warning? Is it getting ready to break? See, it's telling me I need water again. Well, we're going to Olisar. There is no water in Olisar. Can't buy it. Like I say, there's most places, so many places you can't buy it. You can't store it. I have it in my suit storage. Can't use it. Won't allow me to use it. Like I say, why would you put something in the game you don't even have finished? I mean, piss poor design, even worse implementation. See, I should just be able to get into my backpack, get out my bottle of water, take a drink. It's that simple. It's what I should be able to do. You people couldn't design that, obviously. You had to give some screwball shit that just makes it happen. Oh, we're going to fix it in the next tier. Why didn't you just do it right the first time? How much more difficult would it be to do it right the first time? Unless you didn't know how. Now, maybe you're hoping to hire somebody that can actually fix it. Because that's the only explanation why you don't do things right the first time. You don't know how. So as developers, no, you're not very impressive. You only know how to release things that are broke from the get-go, and that's not right. It's a good thing, you know. Boeing built the jet that way. Well, we'll fix it later. Range.
Collecting data.
Yeah, we'll fix it later. We don't care if it's broke. We'll just go ahead and release it. We gotta make money. We gotta sell shit that was not any good. We're Star Citizen. We just can't do things properly. Range.
Collecting data.
What happened there? Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Now you'll be proud to know that Olisar is not near as crowded as it used to be. Means you can't log in here unless you fly out here. There's only two places now to log in the game on a fresh server. Lorville and New Babbage. Because our corp is broke again. Wow. Imagine that. Permission land.
Approach protocols engaged.
Close mobile, guys.
Closing mobile
Landing
class.
mode. Now that doesn't surprise me. They really
Landing
didn't.
gear is
I don't
down.
think they wanted to actually
And
release this already.
locked.
I think they wanted to actually try and fix a few more things. Like repair, refuel, rearm. But, you know, people cried pretty loud, please release this. Oh, we gotta have it. Like I say, people are funny. And then they bitch about it being broke. This thing should have spent another month in development. Would have been alright by me. Down, down, down. On the ground. Power down.
Powering down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Notice it didn't tell us we landed. Don't know why, but it didn't. But we're here. So there you have it. New Babbage NBR. And the frame rates weren't as bad as I thought they'd be. Because I really did think they would be bad, bad, bad. Because they're bad on a monitor. 25 is all I was getting there when I checked it with RTST. With Afterburner. And using 16 megs of RAM by itself, just the game. So people are going to be, I'm sure people are going to have problems who only have 16 meg of RAM. I guess I didn't get that to cycle, did I? But yeah, this game is a RAM hog again. And like I say, we can now go in here and store our ships, which is kind of nice. This is a nice add-on. We should have been able to do this for like forever, but we can finally do it now. So see this? We can store it. We can clear the pad up. Don't have to worry about somebody breaking into our ship while it's sitting out there. And if we want to change components on it, we now can. We don't have to claim it on insurance. That guy's carrying a lot of bullets, shotgun bullets, shells. Yeah. Yes, he is. And there you have it.
Protect what you love.
Yep. And there's no place to buy water or food here, so you gotta remember that. You might be able to pick some off the ground though, like a mouse. But you can't buy anything here. Alright, we're out of here. Yes, we are. We did what we did. We did it. Oh.